Hi there, students. It's Mrs. Sheen. Welcome to our final folder in the assignments section. Isn't it amazing? And you'll notice it says week 16. In a way, week 16 is really 2 weeks because everything is finished on May 10th, which is next Friday. So you have 2 weeks to complete everything that's in this course. Okay, it's actually technically a little bit less than 2 weeks because May 10th is a Friday. So here we are, and that you're at the very last things that you need to do. So this is excellent. So notice the assignments at a glance. We just have the summary revision. Okay, we have the final exam, a course evaluation, and a conference. So let's talk about what this means. And the learning objectives are all over here. So it tells you all the things that basically the final wrap up abilities, the things that we're focusing on. But okay, first of all is the summary revision. So I am going to be reading the summaries you submitted today. This is Monday the 29th, and anybody that submitted that, I will read those today and you'll get them back. And then if you need to, you can revise them. Okay. Some of you may not need to revise if it's over 40 points. Like if it's 41 points or more, you may possibly decide that you want to skip. If you decide to revise, of course, that's fine too, and it'll be averaged, right? It's always an average grade of your first draft and the revision. So that's up to you. How if you think if your first draft is over 41 and you don't have time, then you could stop there. But if your first revision is lower than 41 or you just want to try again, you can do that. But I'm going to read those early today, on Monday, early this week, so that you can revise if you need to. Okay, then the next big thing, of course, is the final exam. And as I mentioned earlier, in the last several weeks, it opens today. I don't really recommend taking it today unless you absolutely have to, but it opens today and it stays open until May 10th. Okay, and then it will close. So you will need to make sure to go to the testing center with your ID and your exam pass and to take the exam. Remember what I said before? I recommend that you plan on 3 hours. Okay, the test itself, we allow you 2.5 hours, but the 3 hours gives you time to park your car, stand in the line, show your ID, use the restroom, take a deep breath before you start so you don't feel stressed out. And remember that you don't want to get there too close to the closing time because that can also be stressful. They may ask you to stop 30 minutes before they actually close. So be sure that you go to the testing center website and check what their hours are. Make a good plan for that, okay? The last thing, or two more things, we have a course evaluation. This is really important for Nova and for me. Basically, you go to Blackboard and you'll find a box called Launch Nova Course Evaluations. I might be able to show you what that looks like. Let me see if I can find that for you. If I can show you that screen, I will. Let me see here. It looks like this right here in the middle of my page. I don't have my pen for this page, so I can't circle it. But do you see here where it says Nova Course Evaluation? So I just moved it a little. That, if you click on this gray button here, Launch Nova Course Evaluations, it takes you to the survey. And you just answer the questions. It takes 5, maybe 10 minutes at the most, but it's really helpful for Nova, and it's really helpful for me as well. So if you could please complete that. That's part of your final week. And then last, we have a conference time, and this is where I can help you talk about what course you might want to take next. And we can do this many ways. We can do it by email. We can do it in, you know, the online meeting room. We could do it by phone. Okay. And you can make an appointment with me to come to campus as well if you want to come and talk to me in person to discuss maybe what you want to take next semester. All right, students, so that's this week. So the main thing to focus on at the beginning of the week is your summary, okay? Check for my feedback. See if you need to do a summary revision. If you do, then get that done as soon as you can so I can give you your final grade. All right, and then you're basically all you're doing is planning and preparing for the final exam. Now, in my weekly email for the past few weeks, I have included study tips for the final, but I will include them again today just in case. And I would recommend highly that you go back and look at feedback on your assignments, especially summaries. But it's also important to look at maybe some of the feedback on your vocabulary assignments. You know, if you wrote sentences and I said, oh, you didn't use this word correctly, or the sentence is not clear, things like that. You may want to look more carefully at those particular words because maybe they will appear on the final and you want to make sure you have a good understanding of that word before you take the final. You also want to review the things you've been learning in 10 steps. So there's a lot of things that to do to review. So you don't have to take this exam right away. You have until May 10th. Remember, there's only one Saturday in there, right? As we talked about before. There's one Saturday, May 4th, which is next Saturday. That might be a good day for you. The testing center is generally not open on Sunday, but check your testing center hours, right? Things are it's the end of the semester for everybody and on all the campuses. So it's very, very important to check the testing center hours so you are sure that you know when you can go. And as always, if you have any questions at all, I hope that you will let me know, email me, and I'll be happy to try to answer your questions and help you out. I'll be grading today, trying to make sure any final assignments you've been turning in are getting graded. And I look forward to seeing, you know, how things go with your final. I'm excited for you that you've got this far, and I hope that you feel like you've learned a lot. And let's see what happens on the final. Thank you so much, students. Have a great